Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we will talk about some Jacobean writers. So Jacobean period. Let's talk about the Jacobean period. The region of James I of England, beginning of Stuart dynasty, started a new Bible, King James Bible, जो शुरू हुआ, जो King James Bible कहा जाता है. He was interested in witchcraft. Shakespeare wrote Macbeth to impress him. A plan was made by Catholic against James I that to blow up the House of Lord. This came to be known as a gunpowder. इसे ही gunpowder भी कहा जाता है. A time of great unrest, both political and intellectual period of skepticism. Now the Jacobean drama, जो region रहा है James I का. The play were mostly set in metropolitan city of London and showed corruption. Major genre were city comedy, tragic comedy, and revenge comedy. City comedy about criminal lower class of London. Themes जो है political intrigue, decadence, etc. Deliberate artificiality and spectacles. Now the George Chapman is the first writer we talk in this video. Shakespeare's rival poet. He wrote about Chapman in his sonnets. He is famous for the translation of Homer. John Keats popularized this in his sonnet on looking into Chapman's Homer. So early comedy, The Blind Beggar of Alexandria. The protagonist Cleanthes is modeled on Tamburlaine. इसका जो protagonist है model on Tamburlaine. The Blind Beggar of Alexandria by George Chapman. Influenced by Commedia dell'arte, he wrote historical tragedies based on recent French history. Historical tragedies, Buzzy Dambois, The Revenge of Buzzy or Busy Dambois, The Tragedy of Charles Duke of Byron, Caesar and Pompey. Then Edward Hoe, a city comedy written by Chapman, Johnson and Marston. तीनों ने मिलकर लिखा है एडवर्ड हो को, जो एक सिटी कॉमेडी है. ये क्वेश्चन आ सकता है कि सिटी कॉमेडी है एडवर्ड हो किसने लिखा है, ये किसके कोलैब, दो का नाम देंगे एक का नहीं देंगे, आपको फाइंड आउट करना है. तो चैपमन, जॉनसन एंड मार्स्टन ने. अ सिटी गोल्डस्मिथ, टू डॉटर्स, वन स्वीट एंड द अदर फुलिश, आर इन लव विथ हिज टू अप्रेंटिस, virtuous Golding and ambitious Quicksilver. Johnson and Marston were rival and started the war of theatres they made up by the writing this play. Then Thomas Heywood and his plays. Wrote around 220 plays, mostly in the collaboration with the other writers. He wrote domestic tragedies. His famous plays, A Woman Killed with Kindness, a story of wife seduced by her husband friend. A Woman Killed with Kindness लिखा है थॉमस हीवुड ने. इसकी स्टोरी है वाइफ इज सेड्यूस्ड बाय द हस्बैंड्स फ्रेंड. देन द इंग्लिश ट्रैवलर अबाउट वीमेन सेड्यूस्ड बाय द लवर्स फ्रेंड. द फोर apprentices of London about the lower class in London. After that there is a Thomas Dekker, The Shoemaker's Holiday and Old Fortunates. Famous for his work The Shoemaker's Holiday and Old Fortunates. Old Fortunate, fortune giving and as inexhaustible purse to the protagonist who doesn't use it wisely. The Shoemaker's Holiday or The Gentle Craft, plot taken from the Thomas Delon's Gentle Craft, a city comedy. Roland Lacey dresses up as a shoemaker to impress his lover Rose, Simon Eyre, an eccentric shoemaker who becomes Lord Mayor of London. The other work of Dekker. Three tragedies, Lust Dominion, The Witch of Endomonton, The Virgin Martyr. Comedies है The Honest Whore, The Roaring Girl. और पैम्पलेट कौन से है डेकर के, सटायर मैस्टिक्स, द बेलमैन ऑफ लंडन, लैथ्रोन एंड कैंडल लाइट. देन जॉन मार्स्टन एंड द मेलकॉन्टेंट. Marston and Dekker together fought against the Ben Jonson. He worked with the Andremiel men. He wrote his Histomastics. He is remembered for his play Malcontent, a cynical hero who is duke in disguise as a malevolent. His discounted parasite who helps his own usurper. Okay. Then Carlyle Turner, author of Revenger's Tragedy. Carlyle Turner or Turner and the Atheistic Tragedy. The authorship of the Revenge Tragedy is also attributed to Thomas Middleton. The Atheist Tragedy is subtitled The Honest Man's Revenge. ऑथर ऑफ द रिवेंज ट्रेजेडी एंड द अथियस्ट ट्रेजेडी के जो है इसके ऑथरशिप थॉमस मिडल्टन को भी एट्रीब्यूट होती है. द एथियस्ट ट्रेजेडी को सबटाइटल दिया है द ऑनेस्ट मैन्स रिवेंज, डिपिक्ट द कोर्ट गवर्नमेंट बाय लिचरी एंड क्रुएलिटी. देन जॉन वेबस्टर एंड वाइट डेविल. वेबस्टर इज नोन फॉर हिज टू रिवेंज tragedies, The White Devil, a story of real women. The protagonist is Victoria Corombona. Keep in mind, the protagonist is Victoria Corombona और ये White Devil man. She pretends to be innocent but a devil. She is encouraged by the brother Machiavellian Flamento, fall in love with Barcianio. The lover kill their respective spouses. Finally, revenge is taken upon them. Then Webster, the Duchess of Malfi. The Duchess of Malfi is a widow and fall in love. I already made a separate video on Duchess of Malfi. If you have not watched, then watch it. Stuart Antonio. Her brother Ferdinand and Cardinal assign Bassola to spy on her. In the mime scene, Cardinal criminally give up. The Duchess is killed by Bassola and later he became the Avenger. Francis Beaumont and John Fletcher wrote over 50 plays together. Wrote mostly tragic comedies on London life. Definition of tragic comedies from Fletcher's Faithful Shepherdess. Neither comedy nor tragedy. Their play include Philaster or Love Life Bleeding, A King and No King. Okay, Francis Beaumont and John Fletcher, A King and No King. The Maid's Tragedy, it is a best their tragedy. The Night of the Burning Pestle, a famous play by Fletcher. Fletcher and Beaumont को ज़रूर पढ़ के जाना है. Thomas Middleton, work for Philip Henslow's Admiralmen. References to his play like Women Beware Women and A Game at Chase in T.S. Eliot at the West End. The Chest Made at Cheapside, a city comedy. Story of Moll Elomore. A Game at Chess, chess used as a metaphor. Women Beware Women. Bianca is seduced by the Medici prince. In the seduction scene, her mother-in-law is playing chess outside the bedroom. Women Beware Women में बियांका जो है seduced by the Medici prince और इस सीन के दौरान मदर इन लॉ जो है playing chess outside. The scene is allude in the Westlanders. The Challenging, written with the William Raleigh, a tragedy. Beatrice Joanna loves Alsamoro, but brotherhood to Alonso. De Floro is in love with her. She uses De Flora to kill Alonso to marry Alsamero. She became the mistress of De Flores. At the end of she dies as a repent. Then other major writer and their play. Philip Messenger, The New Way to Play of Old Debt. John Ford, It is Pity She is Whore. And James Shirley, The Cardinal. Thank you.